Shabbat Shalom. Yasher Koch to our TI kids for getting us started. We're going to hear more from them in just a little bit. It's good to be together at the end of another week to begin Shabbat, to begin our day of rest with some prayer. I'm going to invite everyone to please rise as we join together in the bracha and the blessing over the Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kinishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. May be seated. We turn to our Siddur, to our prayer book for Kabbalat Shabbat. Let's start on page 11. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God as we raise our voices in song. Page 11, Lechuner Anana. Lechuner Anana, Lechuner Anana, Lechuner Anana, Ladonai. Lechuner Anana, Lechuner Anana, Naria, Litori Shenu, Nekadma, Bana Bitoda, Bana Bitoda, Bana Bitoda, Nekadma, Bana Bitoda, Bizmirot, Bizmirot, Naria Lo. Lechuner Anana, Lechuner Anana, Lechuner Anana, Ladonai. Lechuner Anana, Lechuner Anana, Naria, Litzori Shenu. Arba'im shana kut b'dor ba'omaram tohil levavim vehem ledu derachai asher nishbati v'apim yivon amenuchati. Sing to Adonai a new song, sing to Adonai all the earth. Page 13, Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash.
Let's join our voices together.
Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash, Shiru Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai baruch shemo, basru miyom liyom yeshuato, Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash, Shiru Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai baruch shemo, basru miyom liyom yeshuato. Sapru b'goyim kevodo, lechol ha'amim nifleotav. Sapru b'goyim kevodo, lechol ha'amim nifleotav. Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash, Shiru Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai baruch shemo, basru miyom liyom yeshuato, Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash, Shiru Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai baruch shemo, basru miyom liyom yeshuato. Miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, basru miyom liyom yeshuato. We turn to page 20, the final 3 lines of the page at the red arrow for Romamu. Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai turn to page 23 and we welcome the Shabbat Kala, the Shabbat bride, as we join together in the words of Lecha Dodi. Be seated. We turn to page 27, a song for the day of Shabbat, Mizmor Shir LeYom HaShabbat.
So today I need your voices more than ever. I'm fighting something going on in my throat. So if you'll all sing along with me this beautiful melody to bring in Shabbat together.
Shir LeYom HaShabbat.
Tov lehodon ladonai, uzamer lishimcha elyon, ulezamer lishimcha elyon. Tzadik hatamar yifrach ke'erez bavanon yizke shetulim bebeit Adonai, bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu, odiru meseva deshinim verananim yehiyu, lehagi ki ashar Adonai, tzuri velo havlata bo.
Page 29.
Adonai malaku lavesh, lavesh Adonai ositazar aptikon tebel batimot. Mikolot mayim rabim hadirim mishpereyam adir bamarom Adonai, erotecha nemnu melbetcha nava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim.
I invite you to please rise as we share the words of Berkat Kohanim with our children, with our friends, our family members, our community members. We join together in the words of the priestly blessing. God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. We sing Ken yehi ratzon.
May God's Spirit shine upon you and may God be gracious unto you. Shalom, Ken yehi ratzon v'yasim lecha. Shalom, Ken yehi ratzon v'yasim lecha. Shalom, Ken yehi ratzon.
Sorry.
May God grant you peace, Ken yehi ratzon. You may be seated. Cantor, I always think it is ironic. You'll find it's funny that if you dropped off in the middle of a Yosela Rosenblatt piece, I would have more idea what to do than if you stopped.
I love that. Well, please share your voice with us this evening because I'm okay. I just have some kind of tickle in my throat. Yeah. Well, Abigail, come help me.
We turn to our prayer for healing as we think of those in our lives in need of physical and spiritual well-being. And this Shabbat, in our Mishaberach prayer, we think of Shimon ben Yaakov, Mordechai ben Naomi, Hershel Yehoshua ben Malka, Perel bat Rezel, Malka bat Sarah, Leib Yisrael ben Avraham bat Zipporah, Eliza Meira bat Leah, Tzivya bat Chana, Elijah Avila, Yafa Fega bat Zisalbina, Kathy Berlin, Bonnie Meyerson, Karenina Esther, Adina Miriam, Harry Kinney, Kevin Haffey, Ezer Pesach, Ben Sion Chai Ben Rachel, Leah Liba bat Doba, Miriam bat Rivka, Alison Kuntz, Jean Cook, Dennis Carroll, Aver Yitzchak, Mordechai Chaim Ben Leah, Bluma Duva, Malka Sarah bat Ruben Verut, Hachazan Arya Shimon Ben Chana, Eleanor Goldman, Ann Stanton, Sophie Galinsky, Harvey Stone, Tom Carney, Sarah Ella bat Arya Leib, Maxine Albaum, Shmuel Ben Shimon, Nessia Rafael Eliora, Chana bat Bina, Chaim Yitzchak Ben Gittel Fagel, Shmuel Ben Regina, Lieber Ephraim Ben Malka, Mitchell Radin, Yaakov Ben Moshe, Schneer Zalman Ben Chana Mindel, Julie Duke, Benjamin Shmuel Ben Yehudit, Talia Weinstein, Albert Cromi, Yitzchak David Ben Yael Sima, Levi Meyer, Chava Fagel bat Malka Vechana Beer, Yaakov Burton, Gary Glazer, Yona bat Yocheved. If you'd like to include someone in the prayer for healing, I invite you to rise in your place and share the names with me when I come to you. Patty? V'et kol hacholim, and all those who are ill. Cantor leads us in the prayer for healing.
Let's join our voices together.
May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Page 30. Invite those in mourning or marking a yard site to rise and join me in the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olamei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha brichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran bi'alma v'yimru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru Amen. May be seated. Shabbat shalom. So the Talmud is filled with many, many great stories. And one of my absolute favorite Talmudic stories is about the holiday that starts this week, takes place this week, and it's just a few days away. Does anyone know what holiday that is?
Hanukkah.
Well, that's a really good guess. And Hanukkah does start. No, you're 100% right. Hanukkah does start this week, but it's actually not the holiday I'm talking about. Shabbat. It's always Shabbat. That's a really good guess. It's Shabbat right now, and I love Shabbat. Clara Rose, what do you think it is? It's a holiday you probably never heard of.
You just raising my hand. I wasn't even rude.
Oh, okay then. So, Rosh Chodesh. Ooh, you guys have some good guesses. Rosh Chodesh. It is the new month. It's almost the new month of Tevet. Next Shabbat is Rosh Chodesh, and we have one of those very rare days when we take out 3 Torah scrolls and read from them. So if you like liturgy and prayer, next Shabbat is the Shabbat for you. That's me, by the way. So it's a holiday that you didn't necessarily think of, because in just a few days, we're going to mark the winter solstice, which actually has a name in Hebrew, and it's called Tikufah. It's referred to in the Talmud as Tikufah. And there's a story about this day, which is the day of the year that has the least sunlight of any day of the year, the shortest day and the longest night. And the story in the Talmud goes all the way back to Adam, the first man, Adam and Eve, after they're expelled from the Garden of Eden. And according to Jewish tradition, they're created, the world begins back on Rosh Hashanah, which we marked just a few months ago. And Adam and Eve are living their lives, going about their business in the world the first year, and they get to this time of year. They get to what we would call December, but in the Jewish calendar we would call Kislev or Tevet. And Adam notices something. Adam notices that each day is getting just a little bit shorter. There's less sunlight and more darkness. And Adam's never seen this before, and so he's scared. And Adam thinks that the world is coming to an end, thinks that it's going to keep getting darker and darker and darker until there's no sunlight and the world is going to go back to that tohu vavohu, that empty state. And Adam, imagined like an ancient Jewish rabbi, responds to it as the rabbis often did. He takes 8 days, he fasts, and he prays, asking God to save him, to not destroy the world. And then the solstice comes, and he notices something else. He notices that the days are getting longer and longer and longer. There's less darkness and more sunlight. And so the next year, when it starts happening again, Adam expects it. Adam realizes, oh, this is the way this incredible world works. I don't think he understood the moon and the sun and the earth and all that astronomy stuff, but he understood that that's what's going to happen each year, that the days get shorter and then get longer. And so Adam marks, instead of an 8-day of fasting and prayer, Adam marks 8 days of celebrating the light. And the Talmud doesn't draw a connection to Hanukkah, but it sounds an awful lot like Hanukkah. It sounds an awful lot like an 8-day holiday that celebrates light. Interestingly enough, can you think of any other holidays this time of year that celebrate light or that have light as a theme? The obvious answer would be Christmas, but there are plenty of others. Many cultures have holidays this time of year that celebrate light. And I always loved that story, because even though we make a point of saying that Hanukkah is not the Jewish Christmas, Hanukkah is a distinct holiday that stands on its own, there's something really nice about the feeling that everyone in the world this time of year maybe feels a little bit sad, feels a little bit down, that it's dark outside, that it's cold outside, it's harder to go outside, we like to stay in, don't see each other as much. And we wait for the spring to come. And there's something, to me, very reassuring about that feeling that everyone is looking for a reason to celebrate and rejoice this time of year. So we have holidays that are based on light. This year, I really think about that story because I told the exact same story probably around this Shabbat last year, before the solstice. And at the time when I told that story, we were in a really dark place in the world. It was a new surge in COVID. People were getting sick left and right. Restrictions were probably at their peak. And it felt very dark, both literally and metaphorically. And a year later, I think we can be happy about the fact that the world has become a lighter place. We're here, we're able to be together, we're able to see each other face to face. Yes, we still get sick. Yes, there are still many things wrong. But as we face the darkest part of this year, we are able to celebrate the fact that we can be together and that there is a little bit more light in many parts of the world this year as we approach the Tkufa. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with the Mariv, the evening service, on page 39, and I invite you to rise for the Baruch Hu. may be seated. Yasher Koch to Abby Wynn. Thank you. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, rolls light before darkness, and darkness from before the light.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו אחד וקיים, תמיד ימחלנו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעביר והרחמים.
Amen. Page 40.
אהבת תלמידי שלומך, אהבת. ואהבתך תשים ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Amen.
Shema
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויהיה משמוע תשמעו מצוותיי שנוכם צוותיכם נחם. ונתן דעתכם.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
באמונה כוזבת ים עלינו כי הוא אלוהינו ונזלת בנוחס. Then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang this song to you, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, top of page 44.
ומלכותו ברצו קיבלו עליהם, משה ומרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם. באלים אדוני, מי המלך באלים. Nora כי פטרני את יעקב וגומי חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני God Yisrael.
Amen. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Blessed are you who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Page 45.
Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu. Adonai. Eloheinu. Leshalom. Leshalom.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Leshalom Teha'amideinu Makeinu Lechayim Chayim Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha Shlomecha. When I lay down at night, when I lay down at night, when I rest my head, when I rest my head, oh God, watch over me, oh God, watch over me. And when the morning comes, and when the morning comes, we thank Adonai, we thank Adonai, and pray for peace, and pray for peace. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom, Teha'amideinu Makeinu Lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai
Eloheinu Leshalom, Teha'amideinu Makeinu Lechayim. Ushmor tzitenu vohinu lechayim ushalom me'ata v'ad olam ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha baruch ata Adonai hapori sukat shalom aleinu v'kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim.
Amen. Page 46. Please rise for Vishamru.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam b'gdolah. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam b'gdolah. B'ni u'b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam b'gdolah. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz.
Vishamru
Israel et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam b'gdolah.
Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. ייקדע ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
יעמד דברי חירותי בימים נקמחותי
בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולם יומיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קודשה בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה
תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמא
וימרו אמן.
We spend the next few moments in silent prayer with the words of the Amidah, beginning on page 47.
When you've completed your Amidah, you may be seated.
Kad katan, shanayamim zanonatan, kol ha'am hitpaleh me'elahu mimaleh, kol ha'am yitkanes ve'ichlita zeunes. Iluleka zenishar mikdashenu loa. Banu choshech legaresh beyadenu or ba'esh. Kol echad or katan v'chulanu or eitan. Surah choshech al hashor, surah mipnei ha'or. Surah choshech al hashor, surah mipnei ha'or. Though the night is cold and dreidel, I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. It has a lovely body with legs so short and thin. And when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. My dreidel always playful, it loves to dance and spin. A happy game of dreidel, come play now, let's begin. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Oh hot, Tiv Ashay.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Yemei Hanukkah, Hanukkah mikdashenu, vegilu v'simcha, memali libeinu, laila v'yom svivonenu yisol, suf ganiyod nohabam laro, ha'iru, hagliku, nerot Hanukkah rabim. Al hanisim ve'al hanifla'o asher holelu makabim. Al hanisim ve'al hanifla'o asher holelu makabim. I mean, sorry. Fashener, alles dikker of redelijk van die stad. Nog als er alle matte dreidel spelen weer. Freshe hisselakas, essen aan ashir. Gespeelder, zijn kudder. Die gaat ik alleen lach aan. Zie ik toch niet, ze moet ook in verder. Mamir alita zeikad, zeikal khadi simu tanke fardedi sim. Mamir alita zeikad. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Lights of a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sivivon to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
Yasher Koach to the TI kids for getting us ready for Hanukkah, the other holiday that's coming this week. We continue on page 54 with Kaddish Shalem. Yitkaral v'yitkara Shemei Rabbah B'yalma divra kirutei v'amlich malchutei B'chayechon mechonim chayrucha beit Yisrael B'agalav izman kari v'yimmeru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach Le'olam lo me'omaya Yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalash me'rekudesha Richu Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushpech avnechem atad, amiran b'yamav v'yimmeru. Amen. Titkabal, slotan v'aton l'cho Yisrael, karam avon v'yishmaya v'yimmeru. Amen. Yesh lamar b'min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimmeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimmeru. Page 55, we rise for Kiddush. Invite the kids to come join me up here. They have earned their grape juice. Okay, and there's some more. Savrim, Aranan, Rabbanan, Rabbotai, L'chaim, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'yavar v'ratzon inchilanu, zikaron l'ma'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh, Zecher litziat Mitzrayim, Kivanu v'acharta, V'yotanu kidashta, Mikol hamim, V'shabat kodshecha, V'yahava uvratzon, Hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Chaim. You can drink up now. Continue on page 56 with Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, la'tekiru la'yotzer reshit, shelo asanu kigoyei aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim v'yoser haaretz u'moshav yekaro b'shamayim v'mal u'shchinatu zo b'gavei meromim u'Eloheinu ein od emet malkeinu Efes ulato, kakatu betorato, v'yadata yom v'hashevota el levavecha, ki Adonai hu Elohim, b'shamayim imal, v'al haaretz mitachat einod. Can I come like a little bit? Okay. Kakatu b'toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar, le'haya Adonai, le'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu, yeh Shemo echad. May be seated. We turn to page 58 for the mourner's Kaddish. This Shabbat, we mark the Yortzites of Beatrice Krause, Gerald Feldman, Louis Greenspan, Martin Fryman, Molly Essenfeld, Nellie Liss, Rochelle Biber, William George, Anna Sherman, Benno Frank, Charles Robert Drucker, Isidore Jack Tepper, Jesse Funt, Mildred Ettingoff Fox, Oscar Bregman, Rose Bierman, Rose Leader, Samuel Roth, Tauby Ablowitz, Dave Feingold, Irving Miller, Lillian Listhouse, Linwood Shields, Maya Lee Edelstein, Yetta Watnick, Aaron Muttel Ben Yisrael Abraham, Irving Cabot, Isidore Mike Corzin, Mimi Benzel Gould, Samuel Strauss, Celia Katz Lissack, David Allen Golden, Eva Feldman, Israel Rivera, Janie Berger Kane, Murad Al-Qadzi, Rebecca Kushner, Thelma Hagen, Albert Walpin, Carol Gorelick, Chana Korn, Francis Reich, Iris Spiel, Leonard Hauser, Rebecca Dubin, Robert Roth, Samuel Goodman, Sarah Levine, Bertram Morton Bloom, Charlotte Glazer, Jacob Ziegelheim, Louis Suskind, Louis Weiss, Mildred Thrope, Morris Friedland, Patricia Ross Sperber, Adoria Sylvia Goodman, Anna Marks Langman, Barbara Nathan Brenner, Betty Weiss, Burton Lissack, Dilla Jaffa, Hilden Kobrin, and Solomon Falk. We also extend condolences to families in the midst of Shloshim following the death of a loved one, to Glenn and Daniel Pransky on the passing of their mother, Bela Pransky, to Wilma Azrael on the passing of her husband, Dr. Gerson Azrael, to David Rosenthal on the passing of his father, Jonathan Rosenthal, to Lois Benjamin on the passing of her brother, Marvin Matthews, and to Glenn Kaufman on the passing of his father, Milton Kaufman. Page 58, Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'yalma divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'yimru amen yehi shemei rabbah mevorach leolam olamei olmaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei V'yitadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yit'halal, shemei d'kudsha, brihu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, damiran v'yalma v'yimru, amen, yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru, amen, oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen. May be seated. Representing the Temple Israel Board of Trustees, I call on Rochelle Carney.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome everyone. I'm Rochelle Carney from the Temple Israel Board of Trustees. Thank you Rabbi Wolk, Kenner Lissick for a beautiful Shabbat service, and pianist Adam Ward and AV specialist Sean Severt for enhancing our service. Let's hear it for TI Kids Sing. It's great to see your smiling faces and hear your beautiful voices sing the prayers that you've learned in Shira and Tefillah at religious school and getting us in the Hanukkah spirit. Thank you also to Alan and Michelle, I don't see you now, for coordinating the pizza for the kids and especially for the wine for parents. We hope you can all join us for the next TI Kids Sing on January 6th. Don't forget the Rose Room for your last-minute Hanukkah shopping. They have beautiful menorahs, candles, dreidels, and so much more, and will be open this coming Sunday from 1:30 to 2:30. Registration for the Hanukkah-themed Shabbat dinner next Friday has been extended to Monday at 9 a.m. Please register on the upcoming programs tab on the website. Registration is also open for the Torah Tots Young Family Hanukkah on Wednesday, December 22nd. Be sure to check out those and all our programs on the Temple Israel upcoming programs page on our website. Please join us tomorrow morning as Kita Vav leads services. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, thank you. So next Shabbat of Hanukkah, as Rochelle mentioned, we have a special Shabbat dinner. The schedule is going to be a little bit different. Shabbat starts around 5 o'clock, so we're going to gather at 5 o'clock in the social hall to light Hanukkah candles together and Shabbat candles. And we invite everyone to bring their own Chanukiah, which we'll set up, and leave burning during services and during the Shabbat dinner. So we'll light candles together to mark both holy days. And then we enjoy Shabbat dinner, and services will be 15 minutes later next week, starting at 6:30 p.m. So we have enough time for Shabbat dinner beforehand. You're back? Okay.
Yeah, well, I just want to say thank you to Rabbi Wolk and to all of the kids and well, not quite teens, who helped me sing tonight. I always love your voices, all of you. But particularly tonight, you really helped me out. So thank you so much for sharing your voices with the congregation, and it's amazing to hear you all.
Thank you. Okay. We conclude services with Shalom Aleichem, page 5.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharim, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem, Shalom Malachi,
Shalom Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi HaMelachim,